Welcome back to another episode of Guy Party. This is beautiful Brad.
This is Chester.
And our special guest,
Beaver.
So guys, how have y'all been?
Fucking living the Rona life.
Yeah. Have you went back to work yet?
Well, I'm working from home, but
Yeah.
no.
Still
Still at home.
Okay.
And I mean, they told us that we're gonna go into the office at some point, but there's no ETA on that. I'd rather stay at home.
Same here, man. I've grown accustomed to it, and I really enjoy it.
Yeah,
I have to go.
pretty dope looking at porn and like all day long throughout the workday.
I have to go in a couple days a week, but in those couple days, like, I don't know, it just throws me out of sync because I'm not used to getting up that early and shit. So
Right.
It's just miserable long days.
I bet. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like today, like I probably get up like an hour earlier than I do now. Like and before all this started, I used to be a morning shower kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
But now, like, I wake up literally 5 minutes before my shift starts,
Yeah.
and I just I like brush my teeth and piss, and that's it. I don't even think I put on deodorant anymore.
That's I mean, I've drank so much in my day. I think I've got like early onset dementia. Like all my brain cells have been destroyed, and I have to do like to-do lists every day to remind myself to get things done. And I have to add shower and shit, like brush teeth, because like I roll out of bed, I start my day, and the day gets going. We're busy as fuck, and the next thing you know, 6 p.m. I haven't showered or done anything hygienic. So,
Yeah.
and that can continue for days.
Honestly, I feel like the only thing that sometimes gets me to take a shower is when I get on the treadmill and I get really sweaty.
Yeah.
Like, that will make me, like, some days I'll take 2 or 3 showers a day.
Really?
Because I'm, like, I'll take a shower and then, like, later on I'll get on the treadmill, I'll take another shower after that. But then I'll go, like, 2 days without a shower.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't know, I'm the kind of person, I fucking love staying clean. Like,
I do too.
It bothers me when I don't
Trust
shower
me.
for a while.
Yeah, I'm not the guy that's like, oh, I haven't washed for fucking 3 days and I love the way I smell and feel.
Right.
It's just like, what have I became? Like,
Right.
I feel like Stevie Janowski when he fucking becomes a monster off Eastbound and Down. I'm like, I literally have oil all over my genitals. Like,
Right. And you're still wearing like the same cum-crusted underwear
Yeah.
that you've been wearing for like fucking 3 days.
there's like shit stains in
Because
it.
you've
And
just been
shit.
jacking off and fucking just all that extra jizz in there.
You could literally like shape your fucking hair because it's so greasy. Yeah, it's Corona's good living. At the same time, it's hideous living.
Right.
Well, Beaver, you recently went back full time, right?
Yeah, I've been there the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Whole time.
you would do what? You would like work a week and then you were off a week.
Yeah, oh yeah, and we get paid for the week off.
I know,
That's
man.
dope.
Good.
Yeah, for real. He had like
Yeah.
fucking what, 8 weeks of vacation.
Yeah, but I like to go to work and stay busy, keep my mind straight.
Yeah.
I had a pretty solid like 3 or 4 weeks where I wasn't working while they were transitioning me to work from home.
And you're getting straight paid.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, even better. Like they gave us extra $1,000 to help us with like the Rona,
Oh, really?
and then we had the stimulus money come in.
That was nice. Chad.
Yeah, and they kept paying us bonuses even though we weren't on the phone. So I mean, yeah, they were honestly
That's
really
awesome.
good to us.
Did
Yeah.
so your lady friend has kids. With the stimulus check, did the people have like kids have like extra?
So the way that worked is you got an extra $500 per kid. If you have a situation like she does, where her ex and her like
Oh, okay.
alternate like the tax returns,
Mhm.
like how and how they get to claim them. Like he gets to claim them 1 year, she gets to claim them the next year. The way they did the stimulus was that they gave the money to whoever claimed them on the tax return this year.
Oh, really?
And he did. But I will say, to his credit, he didn't fight about it and gave her half of that.
Oh, wow.
So there was 2 kids, so there's $1,000 there. He gave her $500.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah,
shit.
I told her I think we would have done the same thing, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, you're such a nice guy. Like, we talk about vacations for years, and then somebody plans it, and you're not sure if I can go unless the other person says it's okay.
I feel like I'm not gonna live that down.
You're
for a
not,
while.
Chester. I'm gonna female the fuck out of you on that one. But that's just the Chester way. He's just too nice.
Yeah.
He'll just get rid of everyone else just to be nice for the other person.
I try not to piss people off, but sometimes I fuck it up.
Fuck it. Anyway, so sporting news. The sports are about to get fired up. MLB's about to start. Basketball's about to start.
And you know, with the MLB, like, are they planning on having fans in attendance, or is it just absolutely zero fans?
I think it's zero fans. Well, I also heard like you could like
20% capacity. So that's
is
like
that what they're
8,000
doing?
Oh, really?
Huh.
I thought they were.
But you gotta wear a mask and all that shit.
Oh shit! I thought.
Everyone's
Are they going to
spread
screen
out.
and do like fever, like temperature checks and shit like that?
Yeah.
Jesus, can you imagine how long it'll take to get in the fucking stadium?
Yeah, it's gonna be pain in
but,
the ass.
I thought it was just complete zero. I know the NBA is. They got like a bubble. Like you go in and you can't leave until the fucking playoffs are done.
I think they're talking about it. I'm not sure if it's set in stone or not, but I heard 20%.
I
So
know.
they hold like 50,000 or something, so that's like
Oh,
8,000.
MLB stadiums are more like 30,000.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Okay, so
and
people less than
the
that.
Reds have a pretty small stadium at that.
Yeah.
I don't think we're. Yeah.
I want to say the Reds hold like 26 to, I don't know.
Or one of the smaller parks in the country.
Yeah. But, yeah, most baseball stadiums are like half the size of football stadiums.
Yeah.
But I know the NFL, they think...
They're not wanting any fans in the stadium.
The
at all.
NFL was saying, yeah, like they're going to let you in, but you got to mask up.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't
shit,
hear that,
dude.
so.
All the fucking money they probably generate from like tailgating and
Oh.
beers and... Yeah, that's just a lot of money to lose.
I don't know. I always felt like with the NFL, it's like I gotta believe that most of their money comes from other shit because they only have 8 home games a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
And they're not.
Yeah.
I know they're not doing any preseason this year.
yeah.
Well, I mean, that's why they're tickets, and people bitch about the price of tickets,
But
but that's why they're $70 fucking for nosebleeders.
Sure. Oh yeah. I mean, no
Yeah.
doubt about that. But even still, when you consider the revenue from like beer and concessions that a baseball stadium's going to get from 80 games a year, as opposed to
Yeah.
the 8 you get from a fucking home from a
True.
football stadium.
But football stadiums...
I'm thinking like merchandising.
They get some of that
and
TV
advertising.
well, the
that-
TV money's where
That's
the
what I heard.
NFL
That's
gets
worth
paid.
millions of dollars.
And then they've got that redistribution of wealth thing going on to where, like, you get a sum, but you kick it out to the small markets and shit, which dude, like, if the cap goes away in the NFL,
Oh, God.
the Bengals, you might as well just move them out of town.
Yeah.
Comes the Cowboys and the LA team.
Because I don't think baseball operates that way because they don't have like a cap or anything. It's pretty much what you generate. I don't know the like financials behind it all, but that's my educated guess on it.
Well, that dude in LA got like $400 million this week.
Who?
Mookie Betts or some shit. Did you hear about that?
Baseball
They
player?
extended him or
Yeah,
something
they gave
like
him
that.
like $300-400 million over 10 years.
Is everyone talking about fucking Pat Mahomes? And it's just like, that's just another day in baseball.
Yeah.
Fucking, that's a baseball contract.
Yeah, that's nuts, man. And they go nuts with the baseball contracts too, like
Yeah.
how the Angels gave that 10-year deal to Pujols. You remember that shit?
Oh, yeah.
300
that was
mil.
crazy.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
was already in his 30s at that point. Like, you're fucking insane.
It's LA though, man. They got the money to burn.
And he hasn't come anywhere close to being
Nah,
worth
he went-
what they paid
once
for.
he left St. Louis, he went to shit.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I would say he went to shit.
And a lot of them do. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
A-Rod in New York,
But
I mean,
he's
had maybe a
definitely not worth
couple of good
300 million.
seasons, but like definitely nothing what he was doing before.
Yeah.
Most players do, and that goes for all sports.
I would even say King Griffey Jr. didn't really live up to the money
no.
we paid him.
No, but I mean, it was cool, like
But
having
injuries
them
are
in
Oh, yeah.
Cincinnati.
you know, injuries happen.
Votto's been pretty consistent. I'll give him that. I mean, I don't know that he's worth what we're paying for him.
I don't know. I think he's one of the most underrated baseball players from what I've.
I mean, like as far as like on base percentage and like some of the things that you don't really count. Like,
yeah,
Like one of the things he's fucking awesome at is pitch count. Like
Yeah.
he
Oh,
will.
yeah.
Oh,
swing-
yeah.
He'll knock around a few balls and make a pitcher throw 10
Yeah.
pitches, 10, 15 pitches to get
Gotta
him out.
get that fastball
He-
down the
he-
plate.
he's not a highlight reel guy, but he's like the utility motherfucker that he's just quietly fucking making your team better.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
he's
yeah,
racking up
absolutely.
pitch counts on base. Like yeah, dude.
And, yeah, you may not see him on Sports Center, but when pitchers face him, they know that
Yeah.
he's going to be a tough motherfucker.
Yeah. When his season's up, man, or his career is up,
He'll be Reds Hall of Fame. I don't know if he'll be Hall of Fame.
If he wins a ring, which Cincinnati.
He's got an MVP on it.
He could have easily had 2 more.
Probably should have had at least 1 more.
Yeah.
Who won that year? Stanton?
I can't remember, but I felt like he got robbed.
I know there was one year where he was. Oh man, his stats were fucking insane. But
yeah.
There was like, I feel like it was that dude Giancarlo Stanton. But
might have been.
Like he had good, like, similar stats, just more home runs, and in this day and age the home runs fucking
that's
do
exactly
it.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. You're not gonna see a guy like Votto fucking making noise, but you'll see the sluggers and shit
For sure.
Man, it's just like football. They want the touchdown passes and the big hits. And you got like solid ass dudes, like offensive linemen that nobody even knows who they are, but they're integral parts of the fucking team and their success. And that's Joey Votto, utility dude.
Who do you think is like the next football player to get like in trouble for sending a dick pic? Like, remember when Brett Favre did that?
Hell yeah, man. That's what we used to call it when I would get all drunk and send dick pics to all the girls on my phone.
You like, Brett Favre them?
Yeah, Brett Favre them. It's like I didn't discriminate.
Didn't he do that like post retirement though? I feel like.
Yeah, I think he was already retired.
I thought he was like. I mean, he fucking.
Or was he like with like one of those shitty teams that he was with, like the Jets or something?
Yeah,
like that?
I think it was like towards the end of his career, and
Do you feel like that's just something like when you're an NFL quarterback, you're so fucking like week in, week out, you're training, you're practicing, it's just it's so much like that you're doing that once you retire, it's like, well, what the fuck do I do now?
Oh, absolutely.
And you get bored, so you start taking pictures of your cock. Is dick pic a boredom thing, or do you think it's a power trip?
I mean, for me, a dick pic was like, I'm horny, want to fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what you look like.
But was it unsolicited?
Well, they didn't ask for it, no. And, I'm sure he was drinking, or maybe, like, the bitch led him on, but...
Do you feel like I'm curious as to the psychology. Is it, like, for a dude like Favre, at least, do you think it's, like, you should be thrilled to get a picture of Brett Favre's cock?
For Favre, yeah, that's probably the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, for me, I'm just like, I want to fuck, maybe this will entice... Like, it sounds good in my drunk head. This might entice these girls and want to come over and suck this nasty-looking thing, but...
Like, do you feel like you're thinking, like, how you would think? Like, you're thinking, like, oh, if she sent me a pussy pic, like, I'd be like...
Yeah.
I would be so happy about that.
Yeah. Be all over that. Like, I'm on my way. But, Brett Favre, yeah, he's a rock star, Like, his was probably more of, like, be honored, come suck this fucking thing.
Right. Paid tribute.
Yeah, paid tribute.
He's sending out to, like, Packers fans.
Bow down to the one true Bologna dong.
Oh, God.
But yeah, I mean, wasn't it like a reporter or something he sent it to?
Was it?
I think so.
That's the dumbest fucking thing you could do.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. Yeah,
there's totally a double standard though there, right? Like, have you ever heard of a woman getting in trouble for sending a pussy pic?
Never. Well, I mean, I guess there's some teachers getting busted, but they should have fucking kids.
That's different. Yeah, that's different. That's a little different. Even though people still don't really get that pissed about that. Like, they definitely don't get as pissed as when a dude teacher is fucking with little girls.
I know we've hit on this before, but like, if I had a fucking son and a smoking hot babe teacher fucked him and he ratted her out, I would probably punch him and ground him for the rest of his life. Well, until he was 18.
Until he was 18.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I'd do. Yeah.
Like, how dare you ruin such a great thing, you fucking woke motherfucker, you.
Motherfucker.
I mean, in a woke culture, I mean, that's...
That woman
is
a saint.
But yeah, so recently, fucking the Washington Redskins... Well, they're no longer the Redskins, and excuse me, PC woke motherfuckers, if that still offends you, because I said Washington Redskins. But recently, they changed their name, and it was just...
I've heard some back and forth on that one. Like, people are all like, oh, well... some Native American tribe signed off on it, like, and it was like a Native American that designed the logo, and it's like, yeah, but you're calling them Redskins. That sounds racist as fuck.
I'm sure they don't appreciate it, and What, like the Cleveland Indians? Like, is that fucking? Sure, the little red man. I'm sure.
I think they got rid of him a while ago.
Well, no, they followed
still do
suit
have
after the. Well, they did now. They followed suit after the Redskins.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, the Washington football
Sorry,
team.
y'all. I was waiting for my doctor to call me back.
Would you get a fucking rectal check?
Yeah, I got bug herpes.
It happens, especially when you roll with cuddly cuteness.
Right. Now I've got this thing in my neck. It's like have you ever heard of gland stones?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a cyst kind of thing.
It's a thing that gets into your saliva duct, and it like blocks saliva from coming out. Like the first week I had it hurt like a motherfucker.
Really?
Like I couldn't chew without a lot of pain. Like I could barely open my mouth. It sucked. But now I feel like it's gradually getting better. But I might still have to have surgery to get the thing out.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
So like I had like a CT scan done like a week ago, and I'm still waiting to hear results.
Is there like something like antibiotics can calm it down or anything?
Sour candy is apparently supposed to
really?
help it because it helps generate saliva and it helps break it down. But I've been trying that shit and it doesn't seem to work. But so that's why like sometimes you have to have surgery. So
Yeah.
and I was talking to a dude last weekend and he was telling me that he had them. And like the first time like he had one come out, like they had to like do something to like stretch the duct out. Like, cause like the duct is like the size of like a fucking pinhole, like micro small, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But if they stretch it out, the thing can just kind of like pop out like a turd popping out of a butthole.
What does it pop out through like a zit or something?
It's on the inside. It pops out into your mouth.
Oh, really?
Like not not out here, but like into your mouth.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I wonder what that tastes like.
I imagine fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Like when I was in a lot of pain, I'm like, can I get this fucker out myself? And I YouTubed it, and I saw a dude cut one out of himself with like an X-Acto knife.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not fucking doing that. That looked
Neck?
huh?
And his neck?
His was like like under his tongue.
Oh, okay.
But like you have a few different saliva ducts and stuff, like salivary glands, and like mine is like back here, so like I'd have to like somehow like pull my tongue to the side and then get back there with the knife, and I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah.
So
I could probably do that with my
Yeah,
cock
you
if
end
you
up-
want.
do you have some weird like fucking sharp pointed cock?
I could just keep jabbing it in there until it pops. Who says we're going to take a quick break?
Do you make like chicks bleed when you fuck them, like it's cutting the inside of their vagina?
I wish.
Like a cat. Like a fucking cat with their barbed dicks. How awful would that be if dudes' dicks were like cats? To where it would like fucking hurt chicks for us to fuck them.
Yeah, humans wouldn't be fucking for pleasure.
No. Like, and would it hurt your hand to jerk off? Like, would you have to wear, like, would they make some kind of like a special glove to jerk off?
I feel like our hands would be very calloused.
That's true.
We would build up, like resistance.
You
to
could
it.
tell, like, you could just look at a dude's hand and be like, you jerk off a lot.
Yeah. Well, like now it's just like you do construction, but like if we had, sharp
Barbed
dick,
dicks,
yeah, I'd be like, you jerk off a lot.
Yeah. So, yeah, the Redskins. Redskin is a racist term.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that.
It sounds pretty bad. Somebody like tried to defend it, saying that like Native Americans were the ones that came up with that or some
No.
shit. But then it got turned into like a slur when they were like hunting them, pretty much. You know?
Oh, yeah.
So, anyways, I mean, I have no beef with them changing. I've been surprised they haven't changed the name for years.
I mean, I've never really thought about it. I'm not a woke person, but yeah, that is totally a derogatory name. And
Right.
I'm not opposed to changing that.
If you imagine it with just a different group of people, I mean, like, you can't name a team the fucking Blackskins.
Yeah.
Or the Brownskins.
Or the Moon Crickets.
Oh, God.
But yeah, you can't do that.
Like, call them, like, the Yellow Skins and have, like, this cartoonish Asian man with, like, really squinted eyes.
I mean, that's basically what it is.
Right? That's
And
what it's, especially the Cleveland Indians and their little red-faced dude that they had.
See, with the Indians, I'm not so much, like, understand... Like, okay, change the character to just like a Native American, or you know, like a not a redskin motherfucker, but it's like, yeah, the Redskins is a blatant fucking slur.
How about we change the Indians to an actual Indian? And I don't mean a Native American. I mean somebody from India.
Hell yeah.
Like, show, like, a dude that does, like, IT.
Just some dude in front of a fucking computer. Yeah, they go to their press conference. We're proud to announce we're deciding to keep our fucking Cleveland Indian name. We are no longer the Indians. We are the Cleveland Indian. Here's the new logo. Some dude in front of a fucking computer. But would that be racist, even though they fucking painted him, like, you know, accurate, didn't, like, exaggerate any, like, racist type features? Like, it's just a brown dude with glasses in front of a fucking
It's like
computer.
a real dude. They use an actual dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. That's a good question.
I mean, I know we were talking on...
I guess it's a stereotype that Indian dudes are often in IT,
But stereotypes come from things that actually happen.
you see a lot of Indian dudes in IT.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you also see a lot of Indian doctors, too.
They're smart people.
They are, man.
They work hard, and I
sometimes you see a lot of Indian people in convenience stores, too, though.
Well, that's like India's fucking junkies and, like, fucking dishwashers and shit in America.
You just, like, end up making their logo, like, a poo from The Simpsons. Now, that would be fucking bad.
Everything's racist anymore. I was recently watching Eastbound and Down. I fucking binged the shit out of it. And Boozeheads, if you guys haven't watched that show, check it the fuck out. Danny McBride is a goddamn genius.
I was thinking the other day about, like, my top 5 comedies, TV comedies.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I'm like, I love The Office, I love Parks and Recreation.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, fuck, Eastbound and Down, man.
Always Sunny.
Always Sunny. That'd be hard to pick one of those two.
Yeah. When's the last time you watched Eastbound and Down?
All the way through?
Yeah, because I remember when they initially released, we weren't big fans of the later seasons. They were kind of hit or miss episodically, like, you know.
Season 1 was magic.
Yes, it was complete magic. We were all in agreement on that was the best thing we had fucking seen.
I remember when Season 2 came out, we loved Season 1 so much. We had a little viewing party for the Season 2 premiere in my place. And I still love Season 2, but it's not quite as good as Season 1. And then I think Season 3 was better. Season 3, they just went real silly with it. Like, that whole Ashley Schaefer episode, like, fucking...
Oh, yeah. Cherry Blossom.
Cherry Blossom, yeah. And then even later, like, with Black Bike Week, and, like...
Alright, so... Now, Boozeheads, hear us out. Like, when we first watched this, we had to wait every week. And then, like, several years in between seasons. So, you know, we had time to process things and it would get out of our mind. I sat here the past week, I fucking watched all the episodes within a week. And dude, it is fucking excellent. Like, if you binge it, it just goes together so fucking smooth, dude.
And like season 4, like, I probably have only seen season 4 once or twice.
This is the first time I've ever even watched it.
Really?
And that's why I was like, I need to watch season 4. So I started from the beginning. And dude, like, season 4 was even good, in my opinion. But I binged it, you know.
The one thing that I just remember from season 4 is, like, the very, very end where... Can I give spoilers?
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Fast forward if you haven't seen it.
If you haven't watched Eastbound,
this shit is like 10 years old.
Yeah, so yeah.
Where, like, in his, like, head, like, in his story, he fucking kills off April.
Yeah.
And then, like, goes to Africa and, like fucking fathers a village.
Yeah, and I love, like, Stevie shows up at the end, like, when they're cremating him, and he nods at his wife, like, we know the love for Kenny. Like, I was reading some interviews with Jody Hill. He's one of the co-writers.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, is like, yeah, we just wanted to show, like, how narcissistic fucking Kenny was. Even though he straightened his life up, he still, in the back of his head, was just like, I'm bigger than this, you know? But I don't know, man. I sat back after that thing. And granted, I've been eating a lot of marijuana gummies that fucking week, so maybe I just got, like, in tune a little bit. But Danny McBride is one of the most brilliant fucking comedians, writers, dude. And the thought that he writes his shit, and then On top of that, after I watched that, Vice Principals was pretty fucking solid. And then you have, like, The Righteous Gemstones. Have you watched that yet?
Yes.
Dude, that season 1 was fucking solid.
Yeah, it's fucking great. And I love, like I said, it's been a while since I've seen season 4 of Eastbound, but that first episode, like, Kenny's, like, straight edge, and you're like, you're just, like, waiting for something to happen. And then it's like I think it's at the very end of that episode, like some dude like pulls up next to him and is like at a traffic light, and I think he calls him like a faggot or something like that.
He does,
and he's all like, "It's not nice to call people faggots anymore, you fucking faggot."
Yeah, dude. And they start fucking racing.
Yeah, and then you're just like, "Oh yeah, he's back."
Yeah. And the dude's getting all pumped. He's like, "Yeah, motherfucker!" And then Kenny's just like takes the car wheel and he just rams right into him. Flicks him off like, "Fuck you!" But yeah, I was like, "Fuck yeah, Kenny's back!"
Yeah.
And then he goes and fucking gets Janowski on board.
Right.
And dude, Stevie Janowski is one of my fucking favorite Eastbound and Down characters.
Oh, absolutely.
It's the fucking best, dude.
Absolutely. I mean, he's right there with Kenny. Like,
Yeah.
It's fucking...
Yeah, for sure. Like, because like I was saying earlier, we saw Eastbound and Down through its original run, so we would wait years and we didn't get to binge the shit. Binging it, Stevie's neck and neck with Kenny for, dude, making that fucking show.
Oh, absolutely.
I liked at the end where when he's writing the thing and they were casting people for his life. I forget who they had playing Kenny, but it pans over and it's Stevie, but it's like some Down syndrome kid playing through the show. It's the best thing ever.
Oh, God. Fucking great.
Ah, fuck. I don't think they could cast him. Who I don't know his real name, but the Stevie Janowski character and like
Steve Little.
I don't think they can really cast him like in Gemstones or with McBride again without thinking of that duo.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's like it's just a timeless comedic fucking duo, dude. I mean. In my opinion, it might be one of the goddamn best. We'd have to revisit that, like, comedic duos and do, like, a top 5 for sure.
Frank and Charlie.
Yeah, Frank and Charlie.
Yeah.
Fucking, obviously
Frank.
Steve and who else?
Do you, like, sit there, like, just, like, hoping Danny DeVito doesn't die?
He looks like he's healthy.
He does look like he's healthy,
Yeah.
but he's like a little man. Like, I feel like... Like, I feel like it suits him now that he's an old dude.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like when he was, like, younger, like, in the 80s and shit like that, like, he just looked weird. Like, halfway between a midget and a normal dude.
Man, yeah.
Yeah, like, it was just a weird thing, but now, like, he just looks like a weird little old man.
I wonder if they, like, is he considered a dwarf?
I
Because...
don't think so.
No? Yeah.
I think he's just, like, a really short, not dwarf person.
So speaking of comedic duos, we've got Stevie, Kenny, Charlie, Frank. I can't really think of any now that we're on that tangent. Like, do you know of any like off the top of your head? Like
Comedians?
Yeah, like the duos.
I could think of a few
duo.
trios, but like Trailer Park Boys.
Oh yeah.
Like the Letterkenny Dudes.
Oh, dude, that's a good show too.
There's Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, there you go. There's a duo.
Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted. See, there we go.
Wayne and Garth.
Wayne and Garth. Now you're on a fucking roll. All right, so yeah, we got Wayne and Garth, Bill and Ted, Beavis and Butthead, Kenny and Stevie, and Charlie and Frank. Let's rank them.
Do you throw Dennis and Mac in there too? Or is that? Or do we not consider? I consider Charlie and Frank more of a duo, although Dennis and Mac still kind of like have their thing.
They do have one. Yeah, let's throw them in there as well. Mm-hmm. Just because that's another option.
Trio would be the Workaholics dudes. But.
Yeah, those are fucking. Yeah, we'll have to do trios another time. All right, but yeah, let's rank like comedic duos. You start us off.
God, out of that group.
Out of that group, unless you can think of any more, we can add to the pile.
While I'm ranking, I'll try to in the back of my head think. Man, Kenny and Stevie, I think it's got to be number one. I really do. Like, it's a toss up between Kenny and Stevie and Frank and Charlie.
Yeah,
for me,
that would be like my fight for number one.
Right. I'm trying to think of like some really fucking funny shows too. Like in The Office, there's not really any duos. I mean, I guess you could say Michael and Dwight, but yeah, that's not really a duo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So out of the other ones I mentioned,
I mean, those are some solid ass ones. I fucking forgot about like Wayne and Garth, Beavis and Butthead, Bill and Ted, obviously.
Oh, even though it was just one movie, I'll throw this out. My mind is fucking blanking. Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly and Step Brothers.
Dude, yeah, let's use it. We don't know their... I can't think of their names, but yeah.
The characters. Dale and something. Dale is one of them, I know that.
Will Ferrell and fucking John C. Reilly and Step Brothers. I'm just gonna write it down.
You could even say them in fucking Talladega Nights, too.
Yeah.
Rick and Morty. If you want to go... well, we did go Beavis and Butthead,
yeah,
so yeah, fucking Rick and Morty.
We'll throw Rick and Morty on there.
Which is a parody of Doc and Marty.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is another duo. But that's not like really like a super funny duo.
It's we're looking for like Guy Party level fucking
Rick
duos.
and Morty fits into that.
Yeah, yeah. Just like raunchy ass rated R humor.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean that's a pretty solid selection. We could probably just go all night thinking of fucking duos. Yeah.
All right. So number one, we said Stevie and Kenny.
Yeah. So let's just all do our rankings because we might not all agree. But here's the list.
Oh, okay. You want me to just do it? Right.
You start it. Beaver will take his go, and then
I have no idea what these shows are.
All right.
Well, it'll just be you and me then. All right. So for me, I would say
I'd have to pick Danny DeVito. He's funny as fuck with Sonny.
Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger and twins.
If you can read my scritch and rack.
I got it.
And he's taking a shit in the garbage can. You guys ever remember that shit?
Fucking Frank.
Yeah.
He took like 50 or 20 hits of acid. It was great.
Fucking Dee and Artemis are pretty funny when they get together too. That's a lady duo. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
If you ever watch Broad City, I
haven't. I need to. I heard it's really good.
It's fucking funny. Yeah. Alana and Abby are really fucking funny. All right, I'll say Kenny and Stevie. Number one. Yeah. Frank and Charlie number 2. I'll say Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly and Step Brothers is number 3. Rick and Morty is number 4. Do Bill and Ted as number 5. Wayne and Garth is number 6. Mac and Dennis is number 7. And Beavis and Butthead is number 8.
Oh, this is going to be a tough one. All right, so yeah, obviously for me, Kenny and Stevie are number 1. Frank and Charlie number 2. Man, I'm going to have to go Beavis and Butthead number 3. Wayne and Garth number 4. And then for my top 5, Bill and Ted, I'm going to have to close it out with them.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about Bill and Ted 3.
I'm excited about it, yeah.
When's that coming out?
September. And they just announced today that they're going to release it in theaters, but if you're afraid of Corona, they're also going to have it on demand.
Shit, yeah.
So, yeah, but on demand.
I'll pay $20 for that.
Yeah, well, shit, especially, if you took a date, like your lady friend, I mean, that's going to be more than $20. I got the Judd Apatow movie when it came out, the King of Staten Island with Bill Burr and Pete Davidson.
Oh, shit, that's another...
Pete Davis.
It reminds me of another duo. Fucking James Franco and Seth Rogen.
Oh, dude. I didn't even think about that.
They're fucking good together.
Yeah, they are really good together. Pineapple Express is one of my favorites.
Pineapple Express, The Interview.
Yeah.
This Is the End. Like, they work together well.
Yeah, they do. Fucking shit, him and Danny worked well. I watched Your Highness. That got really bad, like, reviews.
I need to watch it again. I've only seen it like twice.
But... I'm on a McBride kick. I'm going to go through and watch all his shit. Because I was just so impressed. I can keep drooling over Danny McBride, but...
You gonna watch, like, the serious stuff, too?
Yeah, dude, like, he wrote Halloween, the new one. And I know you're not a big horror guy, but that new Halloween movie is the best Halloween movie since the original.
He's in that Alien movie, too.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, this is a lesser-known one. Check this shit out. Arizona.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it yet, but...
It's got D in it, too, from It's
Oh,
Always
really?
Sunny. Yeah.
Yes.
It's fucking nuts. Like, I dig it.
Good?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I got his filmography. I'm working through it. I just started rewatching the Righteous Gemstones, which he created and wrote and directed.
Yeah.
That fucking show is great.
He was really in a small role on this one, but Rock the Casbah with Bill
haven't-
Murray.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet.
I just watched that the other day. It's okay.
I heard it was kind of
Yeah.
like because I was really excited about it when it came out.
Yeah,
but
it's not like it's definitely not like classic Bill Murray shit. You know,
Yeah.
but it's good.
Bill Murray. I mean, I enjoy Bill Murray, but he never really did it for me. I'm more like an over the top kind of comedian guy. Like
Yeah.
I like those wildcats,
Right on.
and he's got more of that like that dry humor.
And I'm sorry, like the duos just keep coming back to my mind.
That right on.
The Blues Brothers.
Yeah, shit.
Oh, and Chris Farley and David Spade.
How the fuck did we
Chris
forget about
Farley.
that?
Chris Farley, man.
Shit.
Damn.
Like Tommy Boy. Man.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
shit's fucking great.
See, like for me, Tommy Boy. I mean, it's not getting in my top 2, but
There's a really cool Chris Farley documentary on Hulu right now.
really,
Oh,
Yeah,
watch
you
that.
should check it
Well,
out. It's
I
really
don't
fucking
have
cool.
to.
It talks about like his whole history. Like it talks about like him like going to college and like starting out in Second City in Chicago, like letting that improv group that like that improv group in Chicago feeds a lot of like SNL. Like a lot of SNL people started with that Second City group in Chicago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like when his people came out, like the Sandlers, the Spades, and all them. Man, I think like that. In my opinion, some people might disagree because I know like the '70s and shit had a lot of solid dudes, but I feel like that Adam Sandler class was one of the most solid fucking SNL.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sandler, Chris Rock was in there.
Yeah, Farley, Spade, Rob
Mike
Schneider,
Myers.
Mike Myers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, but then prior to that, what you had Dan Aykroyd, who else?
Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase.
Bill Murray.
The fucking guy that played Donkey in Shrek.
He came later.
What?
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy,
I didn't
that's
want
right.
to. Yeah.
Eddie Murphy came a little later. He was in the original cast.
I didn't want to be the asshole that said the black guy, but yeah.
No, he owned that show for like the beginning of the '80s. Like he revived it too. Damn near died.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there's been some fucking droughts in SNL for sure.
the mid '80s were pretty bad. Like, but I mean, you still had some good ones in there that like you don't even know about. Like Billy Crystal.
Yeah.
Dennis Miller was in there. Randy Quaid was on that show for a season.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Well, then you had like the Will Ferrell batch. I know him and like
That was good, yeah.
He was with what that Molly Reynolds? Is that her name or
Molly Ringwald?
She played.
No, that's
no. Who was the
Molly Shannon.
Molly Shannon.
Yeah.
So you had Ferrell, her, Chris Kattan, which you know he was kind of hit or miss career.
Jimmy Fallon was in that group too.
Was he in the Will Ferrell group?
Yeah, you know that sketch that like that really famous one with Christopher Walken, the
The
cowbell.
bell.
Yeah.
I thought that was just
Jimmy Fallon was in that.
I know, but I thought it was Will Ferrell just visiting, like just making it. Because after a night,
Really? No, I think he was in it at that point still.
well, I thought after a night at the Roxbury.
Oh, do you think he got out then?
Well, right
maybe.
around then, because that's like because I know Night at the
No,
Roxbury
that would
was
make
no,
sense because
Blockbuster.
Christopher Walken was the guest or was the host, right? So why would Ferrell be there if he wasn't the host? Unless you think, oh, you're saying he's just like popping in or something.
Well, I mean, you have that
they
from
do,
time
they do,
to time.
They do that, I guess. Yeah, you're
But
right.
Fallon was more towards like
The Bill Hader, Jason
Yeah,
Sudeikis,
yeah.
Eddie, name. Sandberg.
yeah. At least I thought.
Tina Fey, Amy Poehler. See,
Yeah,
the
that-
2000s cast was fucking solid.
I
too.
forgot about Faye and Poehler. Amy Poehler, man, dude, Parks and Rec, and I mean, I never got into 30 Rock.
30 Rock is fucking great.
Is it
It's
pretty
Tracy
good?
Morgan. Well, I mean, Tina Fey too. Tina Fey wrote it, but I mean, Tracy Morgan's fucking great in that show.
He is. Isn't
Oh, Tracy Morgan. Yeah, he's
didn't Amy Poehler write a lot of Parks and Rec or
I
have,
think so,
have a hand
yeah,
in
I mean, they're
creating it?
both fucking great. I mean, that's and then Tina Fey also wrote that Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, which is kind of on the girly side, but I still fucking like it.
I haven't seen it, but I love that chick. She's pretty hot from The Office.
Elle Kemper,
Yeah.
the redhead.
Dude, The Office, man, that's a great show. I haven't seen the British version, but I really enjoyed.
I tried to watch the British version. It just I couldn't get that into it.
Yeah.
I really couldn't. But I still love Ricky Gervais. I think that dude's funny as fuck. But yeah, no, I couldn't get into it.
Dude, another duo, Simon Pegg, and I don't know the other fucking guy's name.
Oh yeah, Nick something or other. I think.
Yeah, they've got like a trilogy.
Fucking A, yeah, they got tons of them.
Yeah, I think they're working on a new movie about ghosts.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do they have? They have Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead.
Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz, and then they have that alien.
Paul.
Paul.
But didn't they also do like The World's End or something like that? Wasn't he in that one too?
I don't know.
Nick Frost, I feel like is his name or something like that.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Yeah. No, I was just watching Paul the other day. Those dudes are fucking funny. I love them. And Simon Pegg, God, he's gone on to do a lot of other stuff. Like he was in Star Trek, he's in Mission Impossible. Like he branched out. He
did some like guest appearances on Star Wars, but he was in costume and shit. But he's a huge sci-fi fucking dork.
Oh yeah. You appreciate when you see like fellow nerds on the fucking screen, and you're like, I feel like that I can hang with that dude.
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like most of the comedians nowadays we'd probably be able to hang out with. But this is like I was reading an article, goes back to McBride, and he's saying like there for a while until like Eastbound and Down and shit, all you would have is like PG-13 comedies, but like Rogan and him, Franco and all those guys, Judd Apatow brought back like the rated R fucking movies, like the rated R comedies, like the Eddie Murphys and shit, you know. Like
I feel like the 2000s, I feel like for me was a great fucking decade for comedies.
Yeah,
like that's where you had a lot of like the Seth Rogen, Judd Apatow shit, and then like you had like the Eastbound and Down, and like a lot of the Danny McBride stuff, and like he was in Pineapple Express too.
The rebirth of the raunchy fucking comedies.
But I still feel like it's been a minute since I've like laughed hysterically in a movie.
I'm gonna have to agree. A movie, yes. Series, dude, there's.
There's still some good stuff out there.
Well, they say we're in the golden age of television. I think television is more successful right now than movies.
I'd say that, yeah, because you just have so many options.
Yeah,
and it's nuts.
You've got time to build characters, and people get invested into them more than like, here's 2 hours, introduce this character, make people fall in love with this character, and then, you know, as you do that, make a protagonist, antagonist, whatever the fuck, and make an outcome. And you only got so much fucking time, and you just don't get invested in the characters.
No. And I'm sure the fact that shows are, like, dropped all at once and binged has an impact. I feel like it does. Like, because for me, like, I get disconnected from a show when it's gone too long.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I binge it, and then, like, if it comes out, like, a year later, I'm like, oh, that shit I watched in a week, like, a year ago that I don't remember.
Yeah.
Like, like, I feel like I don't know if they have adjusted to that yet. Like, I feel like if anything, they should like do 2 or 3 like seasons of something and drop them like not far apart from each other.
I mean, that would be the best route to go, but like,
or do something like American Horror Story, where every year it's kind of like a different story, and you don't necessarily have to know the season before to follow.
Absolutely, because you spend a season with these characters. That's what I was saying earlier with Eastbound and Down. Like, when we would wait years for these seasons to play out, we weren't as interested as season 1, but when I sat and binged them, it was goddamn amazing.
But if you think about like the episodic thing, especially with like sitcoms and shit like that that's on major networks, where you get like 20 episodes a season, like you start watching that shit like in like the fall, right? And like you get an episode a week, and so you're still invested, right? You're not forgetting it.
Yeah.
And then you get your season finale like in May, but the show starts up again in like September, so you have like a 3-month break, and that's not that huge, right? You're still remembering what happened 3 months ago.
Yeah.
But with binging, you fucking binge a season, like a season drops of a show, you binge that shit in a week, and then you wait another year. I don't know if I'm alone on this one, but for me, I know there's a lot of shows where I've watched a season and that's it.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It almost makes me like the way it is now, like, it almost makes me want to like wait until the show's done.
Yeah.
And then binge the whole fucking thing.
Dude, it's not a bad idea anymore. The only thing is just like avoid spoilers. Yeah, and something you're like big into. Like, I don't think you would want to fucking hold out on those Marvel shows, you know, because you're a big Marvel guy.
Yeah, I mean, Marvel is a different story for me because I follow that shit a lot.
Yeah, and for me, Star Wars.
Like, I can't wait until fucking the Marvel shows drop on Disney. Which one of them, I think, Falcon and the Winter Soldier was supposed to drop August.
Yeah.
But they pushed it.
Yeah.
Because of COVID and whatnot. But
yeah, it's all fucked.
Yeah.
Fuck you, COVID.
Well, I mean, we were supposed to have already seen Black Widow by now, but...
And Ghostbusters.
And Ghostbusters.
I was really looking forward to that
and
movie.
Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah.
We should have seen that by now. But they're just
Yeah.
holding on to that shit, and I understand it. I totally get it.
And nothing new's getting made either, so...
I mean, I still see... It's weird to me, because I still see a lot of, like, new content out there. But I guess it's just shit they had in the can.
Yeah, it was already in post production.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of why I just been like rewatching shows and shit. Just you know, there's plenty though. I mean, I could always keep myself busy watching bullshit. There's too much fucking content out there.
That's the fucking truth.
Especially the podcast. But thank you, Boozeheads, for still listening to us.
Fuck it, right? Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's hop back to
the original topic.
Yeah,
that we fucking
the Redskins. All right, so now it's the Washington football team. Obviously,
for now it's the Washington football team
because they can't agree on a name.
Right.
But how about let's have Guy Party help him come up with a name?
I dig it. Fuck. I like just like the Boozeheads.
Yeah, the Washington Boozeheads.
Yeah.
Their tailgate parties would be fucking lit.
Dude, I mean, if the Bengals ever left Cincinnati and then I became a trillionaire and I could buy a football team and relocate it to Cincinnati.
Hell yeah. Cincinnati Boozeheads.
The Cincinnati Boozeheads. That's fucking coming.
Dude, like the fucking games are just so fucking legit. You have to have like hire 3 times as much security as like the Dallas Stadium.
Oh yeah,
you know, it's like a 100,000 seat stadium, but Cincinnati's got a 65,000 seater, but they have 3 times as much security. Everyone's so drunk.
We're gonna have the only stadium that's like 21 or up to enter.
Hell yeah! When they fucking scored touchdowns, like naked bitches like parachute down in the stadium.
Hell yeah! Have you ever seen like where like they'll have a little thing go around that shoots out T-shirts, like a little like cart? Like you'll have like a cart that's like shooting out like beer cans, or like it's like a hose that's like just shooting out beer, and people are like drinking it in the air. They'll have a breathalyzer test to like make sure you're drunk when you leave.
Yeah. Sir, you can't leave yet. Back in the stadium. You only blew a .07.
I'm sorry, sir, you're not drunk enough to leave yet. I'll have to like hire like a fleet of cabs.
Dude, like they always talk about like the Seattle Stadium, the 12th man. Like, what would they call this? Because we can't rip off the 12th man, but it's obviously way more intimidating than the 12th man because you always got streakers, you always got people jumping on the fucking
the drunken penis.
The drunken penis. It's just so fucking rowdy. Nobody knows what's going on.
Like games might normally be about 4 hours. Like our games are going to be 10 hours, just because of all the like interruptions from people like trying to run onto the field.
It gets so bad that it's post-COVID that they fucking enforce like a COVID regulation on our stadium.
Like absolutely nobody will want to fucking come to our stadium. Like, all the opposing teams will be like, fuck! Oh, goddamn, we got Cincinnati on our list this year.
They can't wait till the schedule comes out and they see the Cincinnati Boozeheads. What would our logo look like? Like, I'm picturing
Jim
like
Leahy.
Jim Leahy. Have him run out of the tunnel. He trips over himself. The fireworks are going off, but then like the embers are coming down and his shirt catches on fire.
You know how like in college stadiums I'll have a section in like the stands where the band sits or whatever? We'll just have like a section of like shirtless fat dudes that look like Randy.
They can't even televise the games because there's like so many like fucking
so much nudity.
The Cincinnati Boozeheads. Gotta drink your team to victory.
I was just thinking about like what our our touchdown song would be.
Smash those beers and root your team to victory.
See that man's erection.
See that man's erection. Oh shit! We gotta play that song and then fucking. Let me play for any listener that hasn't heard the Cincinnati Bengal fight song. I'm gonna play it real quick. Oh.
Booze day, booze day, booze day.
We need to rewrite this. All right, let's see if this is it.
Lean and angry, here he comes a crawling. Lean and hungry, an offensive brute. Run past your boots, and defensively he's rough. Cincinnati Bengals, that's the team we're gonna cheer to victory. Touchdown, Boozeheads!
Drink another one for Cincinnati!
Hear that drunk a drinking?
Drink and puke?
Yeah! Cincinnati Boozeheads!
We're gonna cheer to victory! Touchdown, Boozeheads! Get some points upon that board and drink one for Cincinnati!
And the crowd goes wild. They like vomit all over the place.
You have to have like one of those like helicopters that like extinguishes a forest fire just to clean the stadium.
Bring in the fire department to clean up the puke. Cincinnati Boozeheads. Cincinnati Boozeheads coming to town, and sports starting back up. Do you guys have any predictions for the seasons?
Oh, weren't we gonna rename the Washington Redskins?
Yeah.
we should go back to that. All
Okay.
Right. What are we gonna call them? We said that's right. That's when we said Washington Boozeheads, and they're like, nah, it's gotta be the Cincinnati Boozeheads. All right.
I'm gonna go with the Washington Weasels.
Weasels.
Yeah.
Right on.
I mean, I don't think any sports team has a weasel as their mascot.
No. And I'm gonna copy something that already exists, but I want like a football team to be named the Devils.
Isn't it New Jersey Devils?
Yep, for hockey.
Oh well, yeah, you said something
Yeah,
already.
yeah.
Okay, sorry.
But like, wouldn't that be like fucking cool? Like, where you're just like, all satanic and shit like that, and
yeah.
like fucking like playing like running with the devil, like just like playing like fucking like satanic rock music and shit.
It
like
got
that.
really into the vibe of that.
Yeah,
that would be
like,
badass.
No, they like build a whole stadium around it.
Yeah, just all satanic. That's
Yeah.
that would fucking rule, dude. Like have all the metal bands come in and fucking play.
Yeah, fucking A.
Did you ever like go to New Jersey and see the Devils play? I know you went to a couple hockey games, but
I lived in Columbus for a while, so I've been to a few Blue Jackets games. And then outside of that, the only other NHL stadium I've been to was in Pittsburgh. I saw the Blue Jackets play the Penguins there.
That's a great idea on your part. I want to say like the New Jersey Devils probably don't fucking go that route.
Embrace it as much as they probably should.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I love that fucking idea. Yeah, just like nothing but fucking metal.
Yeah.
The seats are all black, like, fucking
Yeah, like
suit,
really
dude.
fucking embrace it.
Yeah.
Like at halftime they set the fucking field on fire and like that, that fucking
the pentagram.
The pentagram,
yeah. Right in like the fucking 50-yard line.
Yeah.
I dig it. I love it. And like Washington's a big market, so you could totally get like the big heavy metal bands to play like the halftime shows.
Fucking A. Imagine that Super Bowl like halftime show.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably couldn't do it anymore because he's almost dead. But Ozzy, get Ozzy out there, like.
I feel like that's a great way to send them off if they, rename it Washington Devils. Just put him on the 50-yard line.
Like really, just piss off the Christians.
Hell yeah.
Maybe call it like the Washington Abortions or something like that.
Dead fetuses from the 50-yard line.
Yeah, like that's their mascot. It's like a dead baby.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what you got.
I can't top that. I was gonna go with Washington Weasels for like, I'm just thinking like a WW on the side of their helmet, but
some people have said like Warriors. You don't like the basketball team?
Yeah, fuck them, man.
I heard the Sentinels.
The Sentinels?
Washington.
Are you talking about the Senators, maybe?
That's what. No, that was what they came up with, and then they scratched that.
I heard the
Sentinels.
Red Tails was a suggestion.
That's
because,
horrible.
Red Tail Panda?
No.
I heard the red tail panda got stolen from a Columbus Zoo or something.
Yeah, like they're missing a panda in the Columbus Zoo.
It's
like
a little baby one. It's cute.
Is
as
it?
fuck.
Ah,
Yeah.
shit. Somebody stole a fucking panda.
Well, what would you name it
Boozehead.
if you were Dan Snyder and you could rename the Washington
That's tough.
fucking Redskins?
Can't offend nobody, so
But yeah, you got to be PC.
that's a tough one.
Call them the Rainbows.
Might
Yeah,
as well.
keep it universally loved.
I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
I don't know. Yeah. Like,
I mean, if they really want to just go like as far away from, I mean, they could just totally like make it like the Washington Football Club or some shit like that. I don't think they'll keep it the Washington Football Team, but
I think he's just fed up hearing the bullshit and just said, "Fuck it, football team." We're gonna call it the Washington Football.
well, the only
Team.
reason they're changing is because some of the sponsors threatened to pull out.
Oh, yeah,
You
well,
can't have
got
that.
Yeah, I mean, once you're talking about losing money, then yeah, they're gonna fucking
Well,
change.
I love how like LeBron James chimed in today, and he's like, "Oh, they must have sat there and thought long and hard about that." I'm like, dude, it's $1 billion company. The season's about to start. They
Right.
can't. They're not just gonna rush out some bullshit. You know,
Right.
like it's like, yeah, you got to find the right nickname.
Yeah.
And I feel like they wanted to do it, but be respectful, but keep it in the same realm.
Yeah.
But I don't know how they're gonna do that.
I mean, like, not even like coming up with a funny thing, but like, you could do like the Washington Generals or something like that. Because I mean, fucking Washington.
Wasn't that a baseball team? Though?
no, it was the guys that always lost to the Globetrotters.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, fucking yeah, let's do that. I didn't even know that. That's funny. Yeah, let's fucking do that.
There's tons of shit, but I mean, you got to make it right because
Didn't Anderson High School, weren't they also the Redskins?
yeah, they got rid of it.
They made what are they going to be now?
I don't think
They haven't
they've
named them anything?
figured it out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something like that's been there. I think the Redskins started in 47. Like, I mean, that's 60, 80, I don't know, however fucking long, but yeah, you're not going to rename it overnight. So cool. They got rid of it. Fuck LeBron, dude. Like, it's the Washington Football Team until they find something that fits.
Maybe just drop the red and just call them the Washington Skins.
Hey,
Yeah,
there you
yeah.
go.
Just have Hannibal Lecter on the side.
Yeah.
You got people fucking bitching about that too. You can't
I'd
get
say
it
you
right.
could call them the Reds, but I mean that's already taken.
I'm surprised they haven't got fucking crucified yet. Oh, it's in reference to Redskin.
Oh, they can never change the Reds. That's
That's-
the first
that-
baseball team.
It has something. It's more like, I mean, wasn't our original like thing like more like the Red Sox, like
Red Stockings, yeah.
Red
some Red
Stockings,
Stockings.
but then like the Red Sox. I mean, I don't know how. You would think like Cincinnati was like, dude, we're the Red Stockings and you're the fucking Red Sox. Like, you shitting me right now?
And by the way, Boozeheads, if you don't know, the Cincinnati Reds was the first Major League Baseball team ever. So, yeah.
Oh, I think they considered didn't they consider a name change right around the time, like the height of the Cold War, just because
Oh,
it was,
the fucking...
yeah, because like the communists were the Reds, and
They probably did.
I feel like they did, but I mean they stayed with it, but yeah.
When did that team form? 1850,
I'm
60,
not sure.
7? No, well, not 50. I mean, I don't even think they had baseball then, but... Yeah, I mean, dude, obviously, it's the oldest professional baseball team. Probably
Yeah,
forever.
we were the fucking that first season, like where we paid our players. We were the fucking Yankees and like the fucking Cowboys. Like you're talking about like the no cap like major market teams. If I'm not mistaken, like the first season like that happened where we paid our players. Like we fucking ran the table.
What,
I think we went
1912?
undefeated.
1912?
1869.
1869?
Yeah.
Does that one even count towards our championships?
I don't know, man.
Because I know, like, when
1881.
1881.
Yeah.
So, because I know when you go to the stadium, I think this 1912,
1919.
1919.
1919 is the one that's kind of questionable because that's the one where we beat the White Sox, but that's the one where the White Sox kind of sort of threw it.
So
because they were paid off by gangsters.
Well, with that being the case, that means we're winning it this year. Because we're going to have that questionable fucking
that's true.
Corona. And it's going to go with our 1919 and we're going to have our 2020.
We had we had one of the 40s, I think like 42 or 43.
Okay. And then
the Big Red Machine. I mean, which if you think about it, that's a pretty from 1919 to 19 that's like a 60 fucking year gap where you just had one championship.
Exactly. And Cleveland always makes this big stink about their droughts. It's like, look at Cincinnati's fucking droughts. The best thing that ever happened to us was the Reds, and hell, we only got 5 fucking championships. And I mean, yeah.
Before the NFL became the NFL, Cleveland won a ton of titles before the merger.
Yeah, they did.
When they had Jim Brown, fucking they won a ton of titles.
They were NFL. I mean, the AFL is all the extension teams, like
Kansas City,
the Bengals, the Jets, fucking, and they formed together and made the NFL with the Super Bowl era. But the NFL's Green Bay, Dallas, Cleveland,
Chicago,
those old school fucking big time championship teams.
Right. What's another good name? We've got the Washington Abortions and the Washington Boozeheads.
The Washington Devils. I mean, I kind of like the satanic theme. And we're saving the
maybe we should just, instead of devils, just call them the Lucifers or the Satans.
Hell yeah. What's some other names for fucking Lucifer?
Beelzebub, is it?
Yeah, Beelzebub. Washington Beelzebub. Yeah, because we're saving Boozeheads for after your presidency, and we got the Guy Party corporations up and running.
And I get enough money to get a Cincinnati football team up
there. Yeah, because we want all that debauchery in Cincinnati.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Washington couldn't handle that.
Yeah, nah. Not with all the politicians around. We need it in Cincinnati anyway. We need our nightlife game to step up. Even though we're old and we don't participate in nightlife, but for all the younger generations, be proud of your drunken Cincinnati roots.
Can we make it like the Washington pedophiles?
Oh, goodness.
And the mascot is an Epstein.
Yeah, the Washington Epsteins.
Yeah, and the mascot even has a noose around its neck. Or they'll have a couple of mascots and one of them's a Bill Cosby one. And they'll have the race like they do with the sausages in Milwaukee.
Yeah. Their fucking helmets are still the same color and they're all boring. And all they have is the number 14 on the side. And everyone's like, what's up with the 14? It's it's the age of fucking consent.
And, you know how they do that sausage race in Milwaukee?
Yeah.
They'll have some name pedophiles like Epstein and I don't think Cosby was a pedophile, but he's a fucking creeper. Whatever.
Yeah.
Throw him in there, and then a couple others, and they'll be chasing a little kid. Put Michael Jackson in there.
Yeah. Jackson, Cosby, Epstein. Yeah. And then it's for kid can win tickets to the next baseball game if he can get to home base.
Can you beat him?
Yeah.
Can you save yourself?
Can you imagine that on the big screen? All these fucking puppets running at this little 8-year-old.
And they all have all the mascots have erections. And they're running after this little kid.
That fucking shit's getting shut down quick.
Let's just go way not PC.
Yeah. Let's definitely throw the ball out there. Let's do shit that was fucking wrong before even PC became a thing. If we had to cast a Guy Party vote, Beaver, get ready to cast the Guy Party vote. Alright, is it the Washington Weasels, the Washington Devils, the Washington Generals, the Washington Pedophiles? We're saving the Boozeheads for Cincinnati. So, between those names, am I missing any?
I think that's good.
Which one are you voting for?
Me?
Yeah.
The Washington Generals.
Alright.
Did I say that right?
Yeah, the Washington Generals.
Yeah, Generals.
Alright. How about you, Chester?
All right, I have another idea.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to throw a wrench into it. So you know how there's like the conspiracy about the Illuminati and how they're lizard people? Maybe we could like call them like the Washington lizard people or something.
Washington geckos.
Or just call it the Washington Illuminati.
Washington Illuminati. I don't know. I kind of dig like some sort of reptilian fucking name.
Right. Reptars.
There you go. What was that from? Fucking
Rugrats.
Rugrats. The Washington Reptars. I mean, shit, you had Godzilla come out every fucking halftime show.
Yeah, like you could have like a lizard in a suit come out.
See what this PC culture causes? We got pedophiles, we got reptile people, we got the guys that the Globetrotters always dunk on, and
I'm gonna vote for the Washington Devils, though. I still want to see like a satanic fucking like every game is like almost like Halloween.
When you described it like that, and what I'm picturing, yeah, that's what I'm voting for.
And you know how like on Thanksgiving you always have games in Dallas and Detroit. Mm-hmm. I feel like on Halloween you would always have a game there.
Yeah.
Like it becomes a tradition.
Though the whole month of October is just home games for the fucking
for Washington.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it would fuck them later in the schedule, but at the same time, it'd be solid being at home for a whole month. But yeah, I dig the Devils because I'm just picturing that stadium.
It would look dope.
Yeah, dude. All black seats, like all the fireworks and like the fire.
Just like all black and red.
Yeah, and you
like
could
good for your colors.
Have dudes ride out on black horses with pumpkin heads and shit. Like
you know how like you had like the black hole with the Raiders or whatever. This would put that shit to shame.
Hell yeah, I dig it. Yeah, I fucking dig it.
Like we'll allow weapons in the stadium. like fuck it.
No, we're passing that bill when the Cincinnati Boozeheads come back to town. And our arch fucking rivals is the Mexico City Bengals.
Hell yeah.
And Joe Burrow's 45-year-old ass.
Do you remember the playoff game where like the people against the Steelers where they were like throwing trash at Ben Roethlisberger? Like that'll seem like fucking tame.
They're throwing like used condoms and shit. you see Burrow getting carted off and like a used condom fucking hits his lip. He just sticks there.
And he gives a thumbs up because he's like used to it.
Yeah. Just like playing back in Cincinnati. Hell yeah. I can't wait for football season, man. I hope it happens. It's gonna suck if it doesn't.
I'm excited to see what Joe Burrow can do. He's a rookie. I mean, rookies, I feel like more rookies are making impacts than they have in the past, but I don't know. He's going to be a rookie, so I'm not setting up like crazy high expectations.
Neither am I.
I hope they'll be patient with them, which, I mean, Mike Brown is traditionally like too patient with his players.
You can't really be patient in today's NFL because, I mean, we've discussed that before. Like, you come off that rookie scale, your team's fucked.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially a team like the Bengals.
Although, like, if he kind of sucks his first few years when he comes on, but then he does well, but, I mean, that still might be enough to, like, give him a shitty contract, but keep him around on the cheap.
Kind of like the Steph Curry effect, which would be nice, but, yeah, I mean, fucking Mahomes got paid. Do you think Kansas City will ever win another championship? With them having the cap before they probably eventually get rid of it and football becomes a shit show like the other sports?
I mean, part of the reason that New England did as well as it did is because Tom Brady didn't demand, like, what he could have demanded, to be quite honest. I mean, yeah, I mean, he did it this year, but, I mean, he probably figures that, you know, fuck it, like, let's... I feel like for him, he wants to prove that he's good and it's not the system. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then on top of that, he's like, give me one more payday. You know? Like, fucking Giselle's not a cheap wife.
But, like, I mean, for him, it's like... Because I think a lot of people would be like, oh, it's not Brady, it's Belichick. You know what I mean? Or they might even be like, oh, he's a fucking cheater, you know? Like, I feel like he's out to prove that, oh, no, I'm actually a good fucking quarterback. Like, don't mince words there.
Amount of Super Bowls he won and not be a good quarterback. But at the same time, I want to say he's all system, but I think I don't know. We'll see. I guess.
He's loaded. He's got a good cast around him.
And the sad part is he's at an excelled age to where we won't ever really fucking know, because
if he sucks balls, he could just claim that it's because he's old.
Yeah, and let's be real, it very well could be, because the last few years in New England wasn't very hot.
No.
Well, actually, he won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was gonna say like this last year he wasn't great.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, especially that fucking Super Bowl against Atlanta. In the second half, he just tore it up.
Jesus Christ! I mean, hell, they were shooting out with Philly too.
No.
He could have damn well had fucking 9 Super Bowls. Because hell, them New York teams,
those Giants games
came
down to the wire.
Yeah.
They never got blown out.
No, never. And even in Philly didn't blow them out.
No, it all came down to the wire. At the same time, I don't really know that. Did they ever dominate a game?
I don't think they ever dominated.
So at the same time that he could have 9 Super Bowls or whatever, he'd just as easily have none.
This is a good point. Very good point.
It's not like those games where like the Cowboys were just destroying the fucking Bills in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or that game where like Seattle crushed Denver. Do you remember that shit?
Oh, yeah. Well, fucking Peyton's first year there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he eventually got one with Denver with beating Carolina, right?
Yeah. Oh, and their defense. Shit.
That was less Peyton and more Von Miller.
I feel like the Bengals could have won it that year.
Oh, that was that year. That was.
Yeah. Dalton goes down by the Steelers again.
That AJ McCarron came in.
Yeah.
AJ McCarron played the first playoff game, and he did all right.
Yeah, we almost won it.
Damn near won it.
That was how good our team was, and with a backup quarterback. And anybody that knows football, Cincinnati fans love to say AJ McCarron. AJ McCarron's still a backup. AJ McCarron's not a good quarterback. Andy Dalton is a backup now, but Andy Dalton was a better quarterback. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, where's AJ McCarron now? Oakland, I think, as like a third string or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Buffalo signed him and like let him play one game, and they were like, nah.
Yeah.
Like they're like, nah, no.
Yeah. let's be real. Like Cincinnati fans are the fucking worst.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Like. You know, like, if Joe Burrow struggles, even, like, for his first couple games, they'll be like, boo, whoever.
I was so cocksure about that kid. I'm starting to... I think he's a damn good kid, but, man, I just... Dude, I don't know, man. That Cincinnati
the
luck.
Cincinnati track history or whatever,
dude,
yeah.
Like, I mean, Palmer came in and succeeded until his knee injury.
You know what I worry about? I worry that what if Miami goes on a fucking run
with
Tua. If it wasn't for his injury, there's a really fucking good chance we would have picked him.
Yeah, but
I mean, even if it wasn't for his injury, Joe Burrow still won that title. It didn't matter that Tua was hurt. Joe Burrow still fucking dominated this season.
The year Joe Burrow had, and it could damn well be a fluke, because that happens in sports.
Fucking A.
But the year he had, there's no way you don't pick him number one.
Yeah.
You have to ride with what you saw this year.
Sure.
And the fucking scary part is, it's like he only did it for 1 year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see, man.
I mean, he wasn't good enough to win the starting job at OSU.
Well, with that being said,
and he even admitted that he had a lot of growth.
I don't even think it's that as much as Urban Meyer loves his Cam Newton backs, his option backs where they take it and run. And Burrow's more of a pocket guy, like a traditional
He
quarterback.
still runs a bit though.
Does.
He'll run more than Dalton,
but he's more effective running. But he's more of a traditional passer.
Sure.
The guys Urban likes rolling with are option dudes all the way.
That's fair.
Because, I mean, he had Cam Newton down in Florida, and Cam Newton didn't fucking start till he went to Auburn, and Cam Newton had a solid fucking career. And he was under Urban, too.
You think Cam Newton will do anything in New England?
I think they picked him up because they lost that third-round pick, and they're going to put that option on him, and he'll sign. He'll sign somewhere, and they'll get their third pick reimbursed that they lost from cheating against watching the Bengals. Yeah. That's just a smart fucking football team. And hell, hey, you have an MVP on the bench. I think that dude,
Stidham?
he's gonna start.
You really think so?
Yeah, I just don't see Newton fitting Belichick's system. Really,
Apparently, Belichick loves Cam Newton.
we'll see. I could be completely wrong.
He's praised him in the past, but yeah, I mean, we will see. But it feels like when you have a guy like of that caliber, it's hard to sit him. You know?
Yeah,
But I mean, if you really feel like Stidham is your future, but I mean,
Cam Newton's built like a fucking defensive end too, though.
but he gets hurt a lot too, though.
Yeah, but it's like, yo, Cam, why don't you wide out, like tight end? I don't know. We'll see.
Oh,
Belichick's a smart guy. If there's anything left in Cam Newton's tank, Belichick is going to exploit it. So,
yeah. I mean, a lot of people are saying that this year it's the Bills' division because the Bills were solid last year, and now you get Tom Brady out of that division. So I feel like thought there is that the Bills did well enough. Now you give them 2 more wins against a shitty New England team without Brady. I'm not discounting them though.
Until I see it.
Oh yeah. I'm not discounting New England.
I mean, that motherfucker Brady was a 6th-round pick backing up Drew Bledsoe, and Bledsoe got hurt. So,
and they got playmakers still. Don't get. I mean, I do feel like they don't have a great like receiving core there.
yeah.
Like they don't. I mean, Julian Edelman shouldn't be like a number 1 dude. He's a slot receiver. He's a possession receiver. He's like a Hushmanzada who needs like a good deep threat to go along with him.
I feel like that's part of the reason Brady left, and like he went down to Tampa because they got some nice receivers down there.
Yeah, they do.
But
and now Gronk's down there too, and yeah.
I mean, he was taking pay cuts for these guys, and it's like what they did with Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. It's like, yo, dude, when are you gonna get me some help? Oh, 1st round, I'm gonna draft a quarterback. Like, dude, come on, really, Aaron Rodgers? Like, if you get some help around him. Say he's got another 5 years, but you wasted a 1st rounder on a fucking quarterback. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it definitely feels like they're ready to move on from Aaron Rodgers.
They're doing the Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers transition right there.
Right. Fuck, who knows? Maybe it'll work out for him. Maybe Jordan Love will be the next fucking great Green Bay quarterback.
They did it with Rodgers.
Yeah, I mean, and that's one of those things where, like, you almost get pissed off at teams, like, that have that just crazy smooth transition. Like, how do you go from having to do like Favre to Rodgers?
Yeah.
Like, man, that's fucking crazy. Like, most teams, when they have a great fucking a Hall of Fame quarterback, they don't go to another Hall of Fame quarterback. It usually takes like a few quarterbacks to fuck up to get to that next Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have a lot of Joe Montana to fucking Steve Young, to even for a brief amount of time Jeff Garcia. Like, they've been had almost a 3 like quarterback thing there. Jeff Garcia didn't do quite as well as the other 2, but still, most teams don't have that kind of success with that position. It's usually a pretty fucking dicey role there.
Yeah, well, it's just like, I know it didn't work out for Andrew Luck, but I mean, if he stayed healthy, shit.
Oh, the Peyton Manning to Andrew
Luck.
Yeah, that was a good. Yeah, that's another good one. Right
I mean,
there.
and Joe Flacco's no Hall of Famer by any means, but shit.
Going from Joe Flacco to Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, and Joe Flacco won him a Super Bowl. So in my book, goddamn good quarterback. You know, like, yeah, maybe he's not in the Hall of Fame, but he won you a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's just like, for me, when the Cavs traded for Kevin Love, they gave up Andrew Wiggins. You make that sacrifice for that ring, because one ring, that's forever. Trading a player that has great stats on another team, fuck it. It doesn't matter. You got that ring. That ring trumps all. So, you know, like, and Joe Flacco's got that. So,
right.
And now they got a stud. They were the Super Bowl favorites this year, but I think Patrick Mahomes he's going to be a force to reckon with. But now that the team's going to thin around him, they better draft well.
Is that like passing on banging like 3 or 4 not so good looking chicks, like passing on that to bang 1 really good looking chick?
What's that with comparison to what?
With comparison to like trading a dude away so you get 1 title instead of trying to shoot for like 3 or 4.
Oh yeah, like you trade 3/8 off to bang the 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say 3/8, like 3/4.
Yeah. you know, I mean, they're gonna have
What would you be your preference as a banger?
A banger, my preference?
Yeah.
10s all the way.
So you would trade. Okay, let's just say this is the course of the year, right? So you have the choice to bang over the course of this year, right? Mm-hmm. 3. I don't even say 4s. I'm gonna bump it up. I'm gonna say 3 6s.
3 6s.
Pretty solid fucking girls.
6s are solid, yeah.
Totally solid. But you trade that off for 110. Once. What
do I get with the 3 6s? Multiple completions?
I'm going to say 2 completions each.
2 completions each?
Yep. So you're talking about a total of 6 completions versus 1 completion with a 10.
All right. So
in a year. And then the next year you can go back to your 6s.
Oh, so this is just 1 year. Trade them all in, but
right.
I got that 1 completion.
Right.
I don't know, because I feel like the 10 I would complete within seconds.
Sure.
The 6s I might last mere minutes.
Right.
But I'll remember those more than just pumping it in. But at the same time, I've had some girls that are, I wouldn't say they're 10s, they're probably solid 7s or 8s. And I'm used to 3s and 2s. And I can vividly remember their 7 and 8 bodies. I want to say they're probably 7 6s.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough one, man. But 6s to 10s, but that 10 you're gonna remember forever, and you can like get really drunk or high and fucking picture those 6s as.
And we're
10s.
talking about a year. So the next year you can go back to banging like the not 10s.
I feel like I mean with being only a year, I'd have to trade it in for a bang on a 10. How about you?
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. Like, yeah, I mean, it's like if you went on 3 or 4 trips throughout the year, like when you travel, if you go on 3 or 4 trips, but you say, this year I'm not going to go on 3 or 4 trips, I'm just going to go on 1 really fucking amazing trip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. And it counts, because like, this is the only
And
one
then you
I'm
remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to remember, like, the 3 or 4 times you went to like Cleveland and Nashville and Chicago, but you're gonna remember the time you went to fucking Europe.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. That makes perfect sense, and that's what it is. Banging 6s and banging 10s.
Yeah.
You're gonna remember those curves till the day you die.
That's right.
so
you would trade it in. You would.
Yeah. I would trade it in for sure, because
if there was like a GameStop, where you could trade in like your shitty bangs for like a better one. Or you bring in like 3 or 4 nasty hoes that you would have banged and be like, can I get a better one for these 3 or 4?
Yeah, I would trade them in for sure. Yeah, one of the 7s or 8s, depending who sees it. Like, I literally was mere pumps, but I still remember it vividly to this day. Like, all the interactions, and yeah, it was pretty awesome.
And, okay, I'll sweeten the pot. So, you mentioned completions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would even go by completions. I'll go by, like, the evening. So, you can complete in this 10 multiple times. And,
multiple.
In that night.
I'm not
but
even.
Just within the one night.
One night.
But you can, like, take a break and reload. And then,
bust it until you're just fucking chafed.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, with having multiple reloads, without question.
But within a 24-hour period.
Yes, yeah, okay. Without question. Yeah, a 10 that you'll never forget, or the 6s that you're going to get the following year. Yeah, give me the 10. Like you said, perfect comparison. The trips.
Yeah.
It's like going to Cleveland or going to Australia. I'm going to remember Australia. Cleveland, I can do that on a weekend.
All right.
With a 6.
I don't know. Going to Cleveland's more like a 2.
Yeah. So, all right.
That's a weekend trip.
so Cleveland's a 2. What's Nashville for you?
Nashville's fun. I fucking love Nashville. Nashville's like a 5, but
it's
still close enough that I can't rate it a 10, because I mean I can get there easily.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
Yeah.
It's not a challenge.
What would a Destin be?
I think it's 6, maybe.
6.
Because I gotta fly there.
See,
But-
I feel
well,
like...
I mean, I guess I can drive there, but...
I feel like we need to be more well-versed in traveling before we could really give a good ranking system.
Yeah, because, I mean, I feel like that 7, 8, 9, and especially that 10, that's gotta be reserved for, like, Hawaii, like, fucking outside of the U.S. travel.
But at the same time, it's like, how do you take out that factor to where going to Cleveland, you're ranking into the 2? Like, cause remember when we went to?
We have fun. You can have fun with it too.
Yeah, you can have a good time, but it's just gonna blend in with the rest. Sure. Good point.
I'm not saying you don't have fun with it, but I'm just saying compared. It's pretty hard to fucking compare Cleveland with, like, the Bahamas or, like, Amsterdam or...
Well, yeah, but I mean, also, we've never been there, and we don't live there. So, because I remember, like, we had Europeans that were on our Manatee cruise with us in Fort Myers.
And they were just digging it.
They were digging it. And it's like, we don't get to Florida all the time, but we're a 2-hour flight away compared to whatever the fuck they flew.
That's fair.
So it's like, how do you weigh that out and make a true assessment?
Well, I suppose that's your own thing then. Because, like, for those Europeans, they have access to these amazing cities that we don't.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a hot dude that has access to 10s.
Yeah. And he's like, shit, I don't mind fucking Bertha. You know, and like you see those love stories where the not so good looking babes get the fucking studs.
Right, where the guy's like, ooh, you're in Florida.
Yeah.
You're fucking... I enjoy these manatee tours.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Like, yeah. It just... I think it depends on what you're accustomed to.
Yeah, what you have access to.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I will say that I feel like no matter what, people always have a habit of taking what they have for granted.
Absolutely.
Like, what other people... Like, people even visiting Cincinnati... I have a feeling they would probably find some shit that we wouldn't even know about. That would be fucking fun as fuck.
Yeah.
Like if we it's like somebody who visited Cincinnati that did their homework, that did their research. They'd be like, "Oh, I went to this amazing restaurant and found this really cool ass fucking like park," and be like, "Really? I've lived here all of my life, almost 40 years, and I didn't even know that existed."
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess it's just it's a matter of what you're used to.
True.
Just like if you're used to banging 2s and you suddenly get a 10, you might want to drop a ring on that girl.
Yeah. And then if you're used to banging 10s, hell, a 2 might
give it it's something different.
make you fall in love again.
Right.
Yeah, fucking A. And on that note, I mean, can we get any more woke than that?
I don't know. I don't think it's very PC to be ranking girls on a number system, but
our party's not PC.
our president does it all the time. So, you know what? Whatever.
Yeah, fuck it. But yeah, so Boozeheads, follow those steps of life. Just remember, what you might have access to might be gold to somebody else. So treat everything equally, and be woke as fuck.
You know what we need after this episode? I'm thinking. We have a dude that does artwork for us, right?
Yeah.
We need that dude to design a Cincinnati Boozeheads logo.
Yes. I will talk to him tonight. Let's see
like we
can
get some like t-shirts, like some fucking hats, maybe a jersey. That'd be dope.
Yeah, for sure. Big J, man, if you're listening, Cincinnati Boozehead logo. Let's make it happen.
Hell yeah. That'd be awesome. I still have my Drunken Army softball jersey.
Yeah, I still have mine. Those are pretty tight.
Yeah, I fucking I love it.
Yeah, they're comfortable as fuck, too.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a minute since I've worn it. I mean, I think I only like bring that out at like certain Drunken Army events, but like which I mean we haven't really had that. Which I was meaning to ask you, and this is totally off the topic of the pod. So if you want to wrap this up, we can do that.
Yeah, all right. So yeah, we'll talk about it, or unless you want to talk about it on the.
It's not a pod thing.
Okay, all right. So yeah, everybody, you know how to check us out. Tell your fucking friends. Drink more beer. Smoke more weed. Eat more pussy. We're on TikTok. Trip balls. We're on TikTok, Facebook, Twitter.
Go Cincinnati Boozeheads.
Yeah. Boozeheads, baby. Until we talk to you guys again. God bless.
Hey!